What's going on, YouTube? Welcome in. Today we got a beautiful build for you. Today we're finally building in a new case that we've been looking at here for quite some time. Today we're building in the Thermaltake View 380 ARGB. This comes with 4 pre-installed fans. Got that beautiful dual chamber type of design that kind of resembles a lot of like those NZXT H9s, kind of like that leanly 011 Evo type of vibes. A little bit less RGB, but still absolutely stunning case. That is also BTF compatible as well. So we're gonna get hands-on with that today. We're starting off with the 1700 XTRD, which again is one of the best tried and true gaming CPUs on the market. And we're going to put all in that beautiful 380 view. We're going to cool it with the Montech HyperFlow 360. We have 32 gigs of 6000 CL30 RAM coming in from Kingston, as well in the Fury RGB. We've got a 1 terabyte NVMe drive coming in from Kingston in the KC3000. And then we've got a beautiful graphics card today. That's right, we have the RX 9070, which has become, honestly, with the pricing and tariffs and things like that, one of the best value GPUs to buy right now in terms of performance. And we're going to pair it all in this beautiful system, and we're going to power it with a 750 watt MSI ATX 3.1 power supply. Let us know anything down below in the comments. Let us know anything about this build. Make sure that like button helps us with the algorithm over here on YouTube. Make sure that subscribe button as well if you want to see more beautiful PCs like this ending up over in your YouTube feed. You want to catch us live? You join us any Monday, Wednesday, or Friday over at our Twitch channel at twitch.tv/stints, where we stream around 11 a.m. Eastern. We hope to see you soon. All right. New case, new GPU. We get hands-on with this, see what we do. I got to get some games installed on it and see how it performs. Get some real analysis. All right. It's a really good system. I think this is going to be like right around $1,900, which is phenomenal in terms of gaming performance. Right now in this market, with everything being escalated and prices being higher than we'd ideally want, but it should be solid. All right, I need to get all zip ties here. We're good. My tools, the trade. Right. All right, let's get started, chat. Let's go top down. There's motherboard out. All right, tried and true B650 Tomahawk. One of the best value boards for the price right now. In my opinion, I think it's the best value. If you're going to be doing AM5, AM4, you will not have PCIe Gen 5. It's the only thing you don't have, I believe, on this board. It's minor. We're talking like a frame. But for the price, it's just a really good value for this board. And like the value of Gen 5 NVMe drives is just extremely high right now. So the price, I think, is a phenomenal board. All right. Down here we go with 1700 XTRD. Tried and true GPU. Here we go. All in we there. We go there. This is indeed the first RX one on stream, yes. All right. CPU's down and in. Let's get our drive out next, which is the KC3000. All right, down we go with the KC3000, 1 terabyte drive today. There we go, all on. Get our thermal pad in place. Nice. So 7900 XT to this may not be worth it. 7900 XT is a great card. Get our beautiful Fury Beast RGB RAM in. There we go. All right. All set and assembled. The motherboard. We'll be using the factory Eclipse with the HyperFlow today. Again, 700 XT down on the B650 Tomahawk board. We have our 1 terabyte KC3000 drive already installed, and then our 32 gigs of 6000 CL30 RAM. Beautiful little setup here. Honestly, people were talking about earlier if I would upgrade. This might be the kind of setup I would go with. Maybe 64 gigs of RAM or 48 gigs. We have 2 terabyte drive. 700 XT right now really looks really attractive. This board's really attractive for the price point. So yeah, let's slide this aside, get our case out. Take a look. They reinforced the corner with cardboard. I like that. So this is going to look really familiar, chat. This is, you look at this, you're like, Stints, wait a second. This looks really familiar. Let's see what Ryan says, too. Ryan, what case is this? Ryan didn't see it this morning. Another fish tank case, another 20-gallon aquarium. But it looks, what does it look like to you? It's all perforated, which is nice. This is a perforation here, which is a lot of airflow. This is like the first gen 011, or like Metallic Gear Neo, but has more airflow. I'm pretty impressed. Comes pre-installed with 4 fans too, and it's like $100. It's going to function a lot like an Evo. It's only going to cost you $100. because Evos are gone up in price. AJ, what are the Evos now? Like has a screw up here, just like the Evo. I think the Evo is like 100 and, if I'm not mistaken, AJ, how much are the Evos? Like $180 now, back to like 170 or something like that. It has a screw right there to hold the glass in place. This has been on a radar for a while. We just haven't built with it. I was like, let's build with it. You know, I was like, AJ, let's build with it. So, even got grommets, chat. It's got rubber grommets. You don't see that in a case like this. I mean, it's going to be a wire mess. It's a little bit smaller than Evo, which is nice. But I'm pretty impressed. This perforation right here is for airflow. Not a lot of airflow, but some. Tempered glass, good thick glass. Pretty rigid case. But while still being, God, it's light though. It's light though, Ryan. It's not like you pick up an Evo, you're like, oh, it's an Evo. Or you pick up an H9, you're like, it's an H9. Lighter, they definitely save some money on probably some of the parts. Being BTF, it's also a little bit lighter. I would say it's probably like a 10-pound case versus like an Evo is like a 30-pound case. I'm impressed. All right. Start working in it. Yeah, they have 4 RGB fans. Yeah. They look like they're just DC powered fans. So don't get like anything crazy on it. You know, they're not crazy, like, you're not getting like ridiculously high-end fans, but you're getting a good quality fan. And they're put in standard mode, so you're not like a DC brushless fan. It doesn't say the speed on here, but I'm gonna guess probably like 1,200 RPMs. Enough to move airflow through your case. I'm just gonna take off the SSD tray here for now. So yeah, it's gonna be a little bit of a mess back here. They are gonna be daisy chained. Whew. Whew. I'll show you the mess we have to go through. It's cable management is gonna be a little fun today. See all the cables. This is what we're getting into. So we're gonna have some cable management today, chat. These are the big front panel connections, and yes, this is all the fans. Spin this back around. Let's get this motherboard in, and then we'll start working on these fans, because it's going to be a little bit of cable management today. Nothing too crazy, but we can do it. All right. That's where they cheaped out. Break-offs. They have break-offs on the back panel. So they save some money there. I'll show you this motherboard with everything installed. Then we're going to start working on the front panel connections. Let's get our USB-C, Type 3 headers all ready to go. All our RGB off to the side. There we go, it's in there. Next will be our USB 3.0 header. It's in there. All right. Start working on the cables here. Thermaltake always give you a lot of access on their cables. I see that already. It's like 4 feet of cable. I prefer that over a cable that barely reaches. Yes, facts. That is a fact though, AJ, yes. All right. But this is a lot to manage here. Most people are going to be like, what the heck? So we're going to start working on that. The fans don't really hold their wires in very well right here. I'm noticing like the guides for the fan wires, but we can check it out. Look at that later. There's that. A lot of cables. We're going to hide up a lot of these cables here in a second. When we run the power supply, they'll hide the main lines, and we'll tie them in together. But yeah, most of it micromanaged, I would say. Micromanaged. All right, let's get the power supply out. 750 GL today, ATX 3.0. Actually, before we do that too, I want to check the PCIe. I think I need 2 PCIe 8 pins for the GPU today. Great looking card, by the way. Yep, 2 8 pin. Oh, I forgot to, I have to put the front panel cable in first. And HD audio. That takes 2 seconds, but we're there. There's that. Okay. Get the GPU out next. Or sorry, not the GPU, the PSU out. Get the cables we need out. 24-pin main, no SATA, no 12-volt high power, no SATA, PCIe, CPU, PCIe. Actually, I think I have a second PCIe. Give me a second, chat. Let me see. It's crazy. The 850 is used 2 PCIe with pigtails. This one uses a single, so I have to use a pigtail one and just zip tie that. But there it is. Power cable in here. Those are the 5 cables we need today. The great thing about the That's So 70s is that they are shipping pretty quick right now. Because we have 70, 90, 50, 70 is actually an overabundance of 50, 70s. We actually have extra 50, 80s right now. Usually don't have that. Usually we're on like a little bit of a backlog, but right now we have extra of those, which is nice. It's our first PCIe, second PCIe. There's that. So our CPU. I'm gonna run these now just so I can see the cable management aspect of it after. There's one. There's one. And two PCIe, oh sorry, two CPU EPS. There we go. Dual EPS. All right. Actually, you can send me one. Wish it was that kind of extra. Wish it's not that kind of extra bagged. Extra available for sales. Especially after like last week, we actually put a pause on things because we had our pricing availability. I was like, we're not selling anything unless we know the exact cost. I'm going to feed these through really quick and then hook everything into the power supply and then work on the cable management for that. There we go. All right, start plugging cables in. Power supply is all connected in the back. Work on cable management in a second. I want to plug this in. This screwed in place, and then we'll work on zip ties here in a second. Let's get our cooler installed. There's our, you'd always like to see cable management looking clean. Let's get this cooler out, chat. Montech HyperFlow 360, again, one of the best values right now in terms of coolers performance. I love them. Everything we need here for the cooler. Seeing our AMD brackets, Intel brackets in the bag. Two extra standoff screws in the bag. It's all set up. Let's get this cooler mounted. It's got a fresh fresh thermal pad paste put on there. So it's gonna be good to go. I'm going to go top down with the case so you can see it. And we get this installed. There we go. I'm gonna hit it quickly, just get it in place and set. And I'm gonna hand torque the rest. Raise the cooler, move the pump wires really quick. There's one, all right, perfect. All right, so our cable is ready to go for our cooler. That's in, perfect. All right, get the rad mounter now, chat. Once I get two screws in, I'll spin it around so you can see it. All right, there we go. Spin this around so you can see it, chat. Get the rest of these screws in. 9070 today, chat. RX, beautiful card from ASRock and the Challenger. Looks good, there it is. There it is, chat. Beautiful 9070 today. Let's break off the tabs we need to today. I don't like this though, the break off tabs, that's cheap. That's the only cheap thing I don't like about this case. But it's like, it's like the one thing. That maybe the daisy chaining of all those cables was a pain, but honestly, it's not a horrible case for the price, for what you get for $100. These break-off tabs are just a pain. All right, break-off tabs are out. Let's get this thing inserted. Nice thunk there. Have to get screws. Not a very heavy card, so GPU support bracket really not needed on this one. It's kind of light. The cooler's light. Card's not super heavy. It's not a very thermally hot card, if that makes sense. That's sincere against the back now. I mean, that's nice. All right. Cover back in. We're all done. We are all done. There's the back, nice and clean. Obviously, our daisy chain for all our fans up there, but it's still pretty darn clean for cable management for what you got. Looks really, really good. I'd say it's a really good value, really good value case, if not one of the best value cases. If you're looking for the dual chamber look, this can throw some hands with like the Montech XR, the Pantex NVs, which are actually XT View. Definitely throw hands with that. Let's see how the fans sound and let's boot it up and see what we think. All right, let's go. Guys, thanks for coming in and liking another video here on YouTube. Make sure to hit that like button, help us with the algorithm. Make sure people find us and see all the beautiful PCs we build. If you haven't subscribed already, hit that subscribe button as well. Remember, we build these systems live every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday over on our Twitch channel at twitch.tv/stints. Come over, hang out, chat it up with us, watch us build beautiful PCs for everybody in the community. And remember, let's go.